David Avanesyan, his manager, has some interesting things to say. Look. Would you look at this? Here it is. So David Avanesyan's manager, this is his page, and it's fight week. Let's keep in mind it's fight week for Crawford fighting Avanesyan, his guy, right? You see his pinned tweet. This is where you can watch your man, or our man, David Avanesyan, take on Crawford. I'm waiting on BOK Prime to come back to me to adjust the UK price to fall in line with normal UK pricing. So it's an ad for the Crawford Avanesyan fight, no biggie. In America, the fight is $40. They were trying to, I guess, charge $40 in the UK, but it's a whole different place. It's a whole different region with different price points. Like if you look, so you have to be kind of competitive in the markets that you're in. For example, DAZN in America and Canada costs more than DAZN, let's say Austria, because I guess they just want to tax Americans and Canadians, and we get charged more. We get hit over the head. Versus DAZN Italy, they don't cost as much, right? So basically the prices are subject to fluctuate based on the market. This is just common business. Like if you go to anywhere, you've ever been to like Hawaii, the food might cost more in Hawaii than it costs in Iowa or Idaho, fluctuation. But this is weird that it's fight week and he says, I'm waiting for BOK Prime to come back to me and adjust the UK price to fall in line. So how is it the week of the fight and they don't even have the pricing sorted for this event the week of the fight? Even more shocking. This is, again, David Avanesyan's own manager. He says, I am asking for lower prices of David Avanesyan versus Terence Crawford in the UK, as $39.99, the price in America, $40, is the highest ever in the UK. So what is fair? Don't forget, they need the pay-per-view to pay Terence Crawford. So what price you think or should be? But I'm assuming he means that's a typo. What price do you think it should be? Wait. Before I get any further into the poll, what is David Avanesyan's manager talking about? $40 is the highest ever pay-per-view, meaning like when Anthony Joshua fights on pay-per-view, he's not even charging that. Tyson Fury's not even charging that. Carl Froch versus George Groves didn't charge $40. They don't have the price point sorted in the UK. That's its own issue. But look again, listen to me, study why I would be mad. It says, the poll says, what's fair? Don't forget they need pay-per-view to pay Terence Crawford. I thought Terence Crawford was getting a $10 million guarantee, 8 figures, which he confirmed in several interviews, and he was getting it regardless of the pay-per-view buy rate. So what is David Avanesyan's own manager talking about and asking what's fair? Don't forget they got to pay Crawford. So don't ever in your life come to my page and tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. So this whole thing with Crawford Avanesyan was a weird move. I told you it sounded fishy from the jump, and the more Crawford does interviews, the worse it gets. I've rarely seen a fighter fall from grace as much as I've seen Crawford's stock take a hit recently because of this shenanigans. The whole situation, like BOK Prime, people don't know how to get it. People don't know who's behind it. We haven't really seen people. Then they said they're coming up with this really big purse for Crawford and a really big career high payday for David Avanesyan, a guy that isn't popular in America, a fight that wasn't requested by anybody. And then now he's talking about, don't forget, they need pay-per-view to pay Terence Crawford. Now, let me finish with this poll. He says, would you buy this fight at $40 a piece? 2.8% of the people would buy it, I guess, in the UK or whoever. I don't know if there's a way to only get UK people to vote, but only 2.8% of the people said that they would buy the pay-per-view at $40. At 29.9 $2.99, even less, 2% like milk. And then if it was $20, 38, basically 40% said, so the bulk of the numbers were 40% of the people said, 38.9 to be exact, said they would buy it at $20 a pay-per-view. And then under $20, 56.3%. So more than half of the people polled, and it wasn't that many people that voted, but this is a direct indicator. This is his poll, and the people who've seen it, they're saying over half of the people are saying that they'll get Crawford Avanesyan if it's cheaper than $20. So this looks like a disaster waiting to happen. You know, all the questions that people had about where they coming up with the money, and it's fight week. They're still sorting out the pay-per-view price point for the UK. I mean, how are these things not already? I told you, this whole thing seems fishy. It seems off. It seems haphazard, and it doesn't really make too much sense how it all came about. Right. And just to see that, I understand being new. I was new at a point in time. I get that. But how is it that we're on fight week and these things aren't decided? You know, you got Bomac, who's Terence Crawford's trainer. And was he even at the media day? You know, so many questions. Crawford's talking about Errol Spence more than he's talking about Avanesyan. He's talking about fighting Errol Spence in the UK, and that's where he wouldn't mind to fight. I mean, this whole thing seems very bizarre. And like I said, I stand on everything I said. You're on fight week. You don't even know the price point. Based on your own poll from David Avanesyan's manager, doesn't seem like people are thrilled about the fight and paying any reasonable amount of money that would produce ROI for the event. And then Crawford is from really a small place in Nebraska called Omaha. So you're just trying to lean on the fans, and there's a lot of competing events. Top Rank got an event, Manny Pacquiao got an event. So it just seems like a disaster waiting to happen. And this is what I said from the beginning. And people wanted me to lie on my channel and, you know, just get behind it because it's Crawford. But listen, we all make mistakes. And if you love the fight, then you love the fight. But I'm not going to fake it and pretend that everything made sense to me and this was the right move, when in actuality, this whole thing seems very peculiar. And now to know that his manager's doing polls and waiting on BLK Prime to change the price to be more in line with what UKers are used to paying, that just seems like something you would have already done. And this is one of the problems with what Crawford did. You waited to the last minute, pulled out of 6-month deep long negotiations with Errol Spence, thinking you had this ingenious plan. Oh, I'll teach Errol, I'll teach PBC, I'll put this wild card. And now it looks just like that, wild. And it's this plan. And then now that he's talking about we need the pay-per-views to pay him. But that's not what everybody said. They said he getting $10 million no matter what. This whole thing looked crazy. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Subscribe. Best in the business. Y'all already knew that. And I'm introducing Super Thanks right here on the official Boxingego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new interactive and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.